Hello, thanks for joining me, astrologer Patrick Arundel, for your astrological overview for week commencing the 18th of May. And this week begins with the Sun continuing in the sign of Taurus, but he will only be there through till Wednesday, because by Thursday he relocates into the sign of Gemini, the third of the tropical zodiac. Now Gemini is all about air, and it's all about communication. It's about bright and bubbly energy. It's mutable, so it can be changeable, but therefore very flexible. And Mercury and Mars are already in this zodiac sign. But on Tuesday, Mercury does go into a retrograde, one which is going to last for 3 weeks. But it won't be until the 27th of June that Mercury gets back in Gemini to 13 degrees where this retrograde begins. And that's probably where some of the glitches that it may create or how long it's going to take before they finally unravel. But Mercury retrograde does have a little bit of a kind of bad reputation, and it's true if you're trying to fly somewhere or go on a ferry, then you may well be affected by an industrial dispute or delays or breakdowns. And it's the same with sending things. Even our own personal communications can be blighted by mistakes, errors. Anything to do with technology and the digital age can really be affected quite a lot by Mercury's rewind. But for us at a personal level, we can apply the area it's going to try and to make improvements to our lot. And so the more proactive we are in terms of perhaps if we got a really old computer or even a new one, but it doesn't run very well because it's got loads of software on it and it just needs cleaning up, taking the time to sort it out would be a good thing. The same with a car, getting it serviced. And all these kind of things can actually be virtuous. So if you've been putting off having an appointment, going for a dental check, these things are all the type of things that we can get right when Mercury is twisting backwards. So be upbeat about it. And Mercury this week is forging a great link with Jupiter, and that especially can help us to feel more positive about the ideas and flair that we're generating. But by Tuesday there is also another big aspect shaping up, and that sees Venus in Cancer in an opposition with Pluto in Capricorn. Now when Venus and Pluto get into these kind of influences, opposition and the square, it suggests that there's some catch around the persuasion or charms, around money and sometimes around sex. So it's a case of being conscious of how we can get pulled towards something that seems to be very, very yummy and nice, but it may have some hidden dangers. It's almost like the devil card in tarot, if you like. But it doesn't need to be completely bad, it's just being aware of our own motives and those of the people we contact with. By Thursday, the Sun relocates, as I said before, but goes into an opposition with Saturn. This can cause some restriction. The bright and breeziness of the Sun may not show itself in Gemini straight away because of the Saturnian energies that's opposing it, is asking it to be just more thoughtful, more serious in its approach, and that can be a good thing. But perhaps the trickiest influence of this week is one that occurs from Thursday onwards as Mars squares up to Neptune. This can be the ultimate influence of deception. So despite the fact that Mars is in the chatty Gemini and Neptune is in the gentle Pisces, the potential for something being talked about or gossiped about, which isn't actually very factual or very fair, is actually very strong. So again, if you're sharing information, getting the details correct is the best way to approach this week for lots of different astrological reasons. But it's been a real pleasure being with you. Thank you for joining me. Good luck and goodbye for now.